Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back. This is the Form 3 final exam practice. Now this is practice 3. The previous two practices, I'm not sure if I have uploaded it as public yet. If I've not, I will do it in a while or later. So in this practice 3, we are going to talk about the volumes of pyramid. Okay, we will have different ways to find the pyramid volume, and sometimes you are given the volume first and then you might have to find some of the sides. Okay, so let's just get used to the pyramid. First of all, what's the difference between a pyramid and a prism? Now, prism or pyramid, they are 3D shapes. The difference is that the pyramid, they will be different from top and the bottom. It will be one point on top. It will become everything getting smaller and smaller. As for prism, PRISM, the difference is that the bottom side and the upper side are same. If they are same, we call that prism. If they are different, or there's only one pointy point on top, we call that pyramid. Okay, that's just the naming of it. Now, how do we find the volume? Volume of a prism, that means the upper and the lower bases are same, will be base area, the base shape area. We write it as base area times height. This is the normal volume for prism. But how about pyramid? Now pyramid, it is a pointy on top. So we will add 1/3 in the beginning as well. So it will be 1/3 times base area times the height. Okay, that's how you will remember it. Now what does base area mean? Base area means the shape that you have on the base. If you're given the area of it, then you can just replace it by that. But sometimes you're not given that. You might have to find. Now, how do we find that? So, the bases could be of different shapes. For example, if it's a normal rectangle, then if this is 10, this is 4, let's say it's like that, then the area will be length times width, 10 times 4. So you will replace the area, the base area, by this. As for the height, it is usually given in the question. Okay, that height means the height of the whole shape, not the height of the base or something like that. Alright, so you find the base area first, and then you have 1/3 in front and height at the back. Height of the whole pyramid. For example, this from top to the bottom, that is called height. Okay, good. That's nice then. Let's move on. We don't just have rectangle, of course. We have other shapes like trapezium, like triangles, like squares, circles, or anything. But let's go with rectangle first because that's what it's in the first question. So now we know that there's a pyramid called VABCD. Just like this, VABCD, and then the height of the pyramid is 16. So we already know this h here is 16. So we will have 1/3. We don't know the base area yet. We know the height is 16. And then what is the base? We know the base is a rectangle. Oh, that's nice. So we have a rectangle as the base. All right. And in that base, the length is 12 and the width is 10. So 12 here, 10 here. Do we know the area? Area is length and width. So 12 times 10. That's how you will find the volume of this. Now just click calculator. 1/3 times 12 times 10 is 120. And then 16. And then you will have to click calculator and find the final answer. You have 64 cm cube. Remember, the unit is very important, cube this time. It's cube because this is a 3D shape. The pyramid is a 3D shape and you're finding the volume of it. So you need the cube there. Okay, that's how you do the first question, just finding the volume. Let's be quick. Here, volume, how do we find the volume? Volume is of the pyramid is 1 over 3 times base area times height. So write the whole thing. Volume is 1 over 3 times base area times the height. So we have base area? Yes, luckily you are given base area this time, which is 18. And then do we have the height? Yes, we do, which is 7. And then just calculate in calculator. You should be able to get that as 42 cm cube. Now look here. Area, the unit for area is cm square. And then we have one more height. So you will have cm cube in total. Okay. And then next question. Again, you have to find the volume. Volume is 1 over 3 base area times height. 1 over 3, do we know the base area? Yes, 28 here. And do we know the height? Yes, we also know the height. And then just click that in calculator. You should be able to get that as 84 cm cube. Very easy, right? 1 over 3 base area times height for volume. So again, volume will be 1 over 3 base area times height. Do we know the base area this time? No, then let's find. Do we know the height? Yes. The base this time is a square. Square means all sides are same. So if all sides are same, then finding the area is very easy. It's just, it will be just side times side. So one side is 9, the other is 9. So area will be 9 times 9. And then you can click that. 89 times 9 is 81. And then times 30 and also divided by 3. You should be able to get that as 351 cm cube. Next, how about triangle? How do you find the area of triangle? Volume is 1 over 3 base area times height. Do we have 1 over 3? Yeah, of course. Do we have the base area? Not yet. How about the height? 18. How do we find the base now? Base is a triangle now. Triangle, the area is base times height divided by 2. So base times height divided by 2. 11 times 14 divided by 2. If you see a rectangle and you cut into half, that will be your triangle, right? So if this area is this times this, then the triangle will be half of it. Alright, so same for here. So you click 1 over 3 times 11 times 14 over 2 times 18. You should be able to get your answer as 462 cm cube. Next. Again, volume is 1 over 3 base area times height. Do we know the volume? Yes, we know the volume this time. So you replace that. Do we know 1 over 3? Yes. Do we know the base area? Not yet. How about the height? Also not yet. But base area, we know the base is a rectangle. Rectangle area is length times width. So 20 times 15. Now whatever number that you can calculate, please calculate first. 1 over 3 times 20 times 15, you can get that as 100 each. Now you don't need this 100 here, you just need to find the height, right? So this, if you don't want it here, give it to the other side and it will be divided. And you should be able to get your height as 22. So you write it back as well. Please remember to write the final statement that the height is 22 cm. If you don't write it back, then it won't be correct. And let HCM be the height. Also write the let because H is given by ourselves. We don't need to write for A and V because the numbers are given. Alright, next, same thing. Volume is, this one is very important. 1 over 3 base area times height. Do we have the volume? Yes. 1 over 3. Do we have the area? We can find it. Do we have the height? No. The base now is a trapezium. How do we find the area of a trapezium? Area of trapezium will be, what is a trapezium first of all? It's this shape. So upper base, lower base, and then the height of the shape. So it will be upper base plus lower base times height divided by 2. So upper base is 11, lower base is 16. 11 plus 16 bracket times that in the middle divided by 2. So you click calculator, 1/3 times bracket 11 plus 16 close bracket times 10 divided by 2. You get that as 45H and 900 here, and then 900 divided by that you can get H as 20, and then remember to write the final statement. Next, so you have volume as 1/3 base area times height. Volume now given is 36, 1/3. What's our base? Base is a triangle now, right? So triangle will be base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 6 divided by 2, which will be, let's calculate, 1/3 times 6 times 4 divided by 2. You get that as 4H, and that 4 is multiplied there. If you come here, it will be divided. So H, you can get that as 9 and write the final statement. The height is 9 cm. Okay, though, so the last question, volume is 1/3 base area times height. So volume now is 80. 1/3. Do we know the base? Not yet. How about the height? We know the height, 8. And then how about inside? We know the base is a rectangle. Okay, rectangle. Rectangle is length times width. So AB times BC. So we click that, 6 times BC. We don't know BC yet, so just write it as BC. And then all the numbers multiplied together, 1/3 times 6 times 8, you can get that as 16. So 16 BC, and then 80. 16 comes here, you will get the answer as, click it, which will be 5. So you write BC is 5 cm. So that's it for this practice. Hope you like it. This contains a lot of marks in your exam, and it's very, very, very important. So hopefully you understand it. Till next time, see you. Tada, bye bye, Allah Hafiz.